Happy birthday to us. And for our birthday present, we got some NBA drama, we get some Twitter drama, we get some Discord drama. We just got the drama.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
What's up, party people? We're back. It's Monday. We had an exciting weekend, huh? Who do we got in the chat this morning? I feel like there's a couple people woke up today. They were like, you know what? I haven't been here in a while. Let's tune in live because it's the birthday show. Who do we got? Jay Blaze in the house. Jump shoot. Federico's here. Federico, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Ukulele's here. Milo in the house. Yeah, we'll be waking up with just lots of pings like a little baby. Never making it out of the hood. Sneeps is here. Doctor Who, what's up? Marvin in the streets from the Philippines. Good evening to you, sir. Stubbs in the house. Joseph W. Mac Attack. Top Shot comment. We the people. To the house GM. Who else? The Red Dad's here. Cam Quinlan's here. Borland, Weisberg, Snoopa, Loop, D'Lo, Yotza. Who else we got? Shigs. We got Big Tick. Oh, I'm not opposed to playing drops immediately. All right. I'm not opposed to playing drops immediately.
We are from the city and our big big step, gonna flip $1 here, $1 there, $1 here, $1 there, $1 there, $1 here, $1 there.
We had to take the cardigan off. It's getting too warm. Lewis is in the chat. We got Boston Base, man. We got Andor's here. I already said Doctor Who. We got Daniel Slawinski. Norman's in the chat. Matty Harrison's here. We the people. Shiggins courtside. Everybody's here, guys. Like the stream, subscribe. Actually, you know what? Let's give away a piece of crap moment. You know what I'm saying? We'll start the day with a little trade ticket. Who knows when we can use the trade ticket again? Let's see. Birthday HBD. All right, like the stream, subscribe, put a hashtag HBD into the chat. We got some stuff to do today. I'm excited. We got a lot of basketball to talk about. Let me just give you a little rundown of what today's going to look like, though. I'm pretty sure we're going to have value hunting. We got to get Bandy a little haircut today, so I got that going on, and then I have a meeting today, so it might adjust the schedule a little bit, but value hunting for So Rare should be here this afternoon. We'll also have Live Before Lock at 5:30. We got a full house for Live Before Lock, too. We got guests coming out with the booty. And then 8 o'clock's when the magic's going to happen, all right? 8 o'clock, everyone's back here. We're going to have Dustin and G Dunn sightings. However, maybe we get a Paul Rudd sighting too, because the Ant-Man premiere is tonight. And you know us, Disney before anything else. So we'll have that going on. They're going to pop in live from the red carpet, which is pretty exciting. But let me just give you a little rundown of what we're going to be doing during that show, baby. We got a lot of stuff to give out. And I just want to say, Team Hold supplied a lot of this stuff, but dude, the community, both individuals, both also Top Shot and All Day, coming through. Here's some of the stuff that we're I already entered that info over there. Here's the stuff. JJL Smith, DeJounte Murray, Series 1, MGLE. Are you kidding me? So we'll be giving that away tonight. We get 10 trade tickets. Then we've got another package that's 25 trades tickets. And then, because of our boys, we get Terrence Mann, a Top Shot debut, our DC 1 sent over. We got a PJ Washington Top Shot debut from your boy. Kevin from Watch Your Work sent over to Candace Parker, run it back. We got a Dwayne Bacon Top Shot debut from Jump Shoot. Jay Blaze sent over a Series 1. Middleton Milo sent over a Bledsoe debut. Ransom Reed sent over a Lou Will debut. Our man Dustin pulled together whoops, I forgot to put that in there too. He pulled in a LeBron James Hustle and Show, a Max Christie Top Shot debut, a Giannis Seeing Stars, and an Ant-Man Game Recognized Game. NBA Top Shot came through. NBA Top Shot came through with the Throwdown pack from Series 3 and an MGLE pack from Series 3. Stubbs sent over a Bogdan Bogdanovich TSD, a Poku TSD. Stan sent over Tyler Hero Cool Cat. For So Rare stuff, we have a Paul George Limited. We've got a Lewis Dunk Limited, my first ever Premier League buy. We got a LeBron James Limited. I got Lewis Duncan here twice. That's embarrassing. We got a Clint Capella Rare. We got a Josh Christopher Rare and a Reggie Bullock Limited. So all of that stuff being given away. Then I also threw in a couple of other things, right? So you know me, I've turned into a Substack maxi where I've just been reading a bunch of shit in there. This is what we got. We've got 1 month of Mark Stein's Substack, which he actually just started doing a podcast too with Chris Haynes. But he gives you like 4 pieces a week. And during the trade deadline, it's been a lot of fun. We get 2 months of basketball feeling. Shout out Katie Hendel from she came on at the beginning of the year this year for our tip-off show, and basketball feelings has become one of my favorite. Also, 2 months of House of Strauss. I know a lot of you in the chat have won some of those. And then a Team Hold 1 year VIP sub. And then last but not least, so far anyways, we get an NFL all-day standard pack. So we're giving away all that shit today, okay? All of that stuff we're giving away today. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to do it a little bit differently today. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin, we'll spin this StreamYard giveaway thing, right? We'll do it throughout the show. And then a winner will be selected. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our wheel days, back to our OG spin the wheel days. And then we're going to spin the wheel to see what prize that person gets. I think that's going to be fun. I'm excited about that. So we're going to spin the StreamYard, then spin the wheel. All right. We're going to be having a lot of fun. No WPT. Maybe I could throw a World Poker Tour in there. That'll be fun. Also, too, listen, do not feel obligated to do this. I just want to thank everybody in the community who has sent stuff over. But if you feel like you're like, hey, I want to send something over, you can send it to, I'll put it in, there's 2 different spots you can send it to. My one is Top Shot Zakarian. That's my name. I just put it in the chat. The other one is our Team Hold account. Will says, is it Team Hold's birthday or our birthday with all these giveaways? It's a great point, Will. It's everybody's birthday. We're all winners today. So I hope you guys are able to tune in tonight at 8 o'clock. We'll probably run for an hour and a half or so. We'll have some fun with it. But seriously, I appreciate everyone for being here for this journey. I put out a little Twitter thread, and it was fun to tag crypto dads, GBT, you know what I'm saying? So I do. I appreciate the growth this last 4 or 5 months has been a lot of fun, and it's been exciting to see I feel like all the OGs come to the morning show, and then we get to enjoy the growth of the other parts of this platform. Is that what we're calling it? Channel, whatever. But the fact that we are up to what are we at right now? 7,940, dude. So we're 60 away. Also, if we hit 8K today, we will bump a nice little prize up there. I'm also going to do another prize thing tonight that I'm not going to tell exactly what it is yet, but we're going to do Stan. We're going to do a super chat only giveaway too. So it's basically it enters you into a lottery if you do it, but I'll explain that tonight when we get there. 8 o'clock US time. Yeah, Levi. So it's 8 p.m. Eastern time. 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's a nice show. I know that doesn't work for all of the international folk. I totally understand if you can't be there. Stan, congrats on all the NBA player interviews in these 2 years. I know, Stan. Well, Stan, don't forget too. Remember the NBA tip-off show? We booked somebody from the Miami Heat or a Miami Heat reporter, and they ghosted. Never heard back. I got to say, the fact that my self-confidence is still high after all of the people who have confirmed that they wanted to be on the show and then never heard from them again, which I get, dude. I'm a stranger. I totally get it. But I love the replying to be like, yeah, dude, I would love to. That sounds awesome. Let's pick a time and a date. And I'm like, all right, here's the time and date. And they're like, never talk to you again. All right, let's see. I'll let the chat decide. What do you guys want to get into first? Because here are the stuff we got to talk about. If we can do NBA first. Oh yeah, Top Shot Tesla, my man. He's already getting the party started. It's for tonight though. Don't do it yet. I mean, you can do it yet, but it doesn't count. Regulator said he'll do my show. All right, Regulator. Are you an NBA player? This is this is the stuff we have to talk about. On the NBA side of things, we have Kyrie, Steph, and the Grizzlies. On the there's like a so rare Top Shot conversation I want to have. And then there's obviously the stuff that happened in the like the little Discord alpha that happened as well. So alpha, it's not alpha, but I don't know. Where do you guys want to start? I'll let the chat decide. I'll let you guys decide where you want to go. I feel like we should start with NBA, but I'm curious what the chat says. This is a celebration, so I'll let you decide. And also just a reminder too, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag HBD. All right, Top Shot comment says start with the Mavs. All right, let's do the trade first. We'll do the trade first. We will do this. We will absolutely do this. All right. So the first thing is the Kyrie deal happened. How the Suns whooped the Celtics ass. Yeah, that was hilarious. They did. You guys did. That was like a good W for you. That was a good W at the Celtics home too. That was a good win. All right, let's start. So I thought it was pretty wild that on Friday afternoon, Kyrie's like, I want to trade. And then by Sunday, it was done, right? That was pretty nuts. Also, shout out Bentley McCracken for being here. I thought that was a pretty quick turnaround. I did not think it was going to happen in those couple of days. I also wonder too, like, did Kyrie really want to get moved, or was this like a leverage play? And now I wonder how he feels actually getting moved. I also would love to hear from Kevin Durant, but hear from him honestly. Like, I don't think we are ever going to get an honest response from KD on how he feels about this situation. But I would love to know, like, if he could go back 5 years, like what would his plan be, you know? At least Kyrie gave Nets an option to trade him. You know what, we the people? I understand this take, right? Like, yeah, he could have left in the offseason anyways and he wouldn't get anything from him. You know what, though? I think if you had done why leak it? Why leak that information and then completely tank the Nets' ability to get any value back, right? So I think if this was done like behind closed doors, they probably could have extracted a little bit more value. That being said, right, so if you missed it this weekend, or if you missed it yesterday afternoon, the trade was Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith. I think, was it a 2029, 2027? I got to double check. First round pick, and then like a bucket of second round picks for Kyrie Irving. And some have said like that's not enough. Some have said that's way too much. I actually think this was probably what you were going to get for Kyrie because of the circumstances of everything. You're not guaranteed to re-sign him, right? So like I would love to know if there was any backdoor winking at Mark Cuban and Kyrie. Like, are they planning to do a 2-year extension? Because that's also nuts too, right? Like, I can't imagine if Mark Cuban did this. If Mark Cuban like went out there and was like 4 years, 200 million. Like, I don't know who's giving Kyrie a max deal right now if that's what he wants. So I really hope that's not what happened for the Mavs' sake, because like Kyrie hasn't been 4 years anywhere and it been successful. Mark Cuban always gets what he wants. We the people. You know what I'll push back on? Name a free agent they've gotten. Name a free agent in like the last 10 years. Right? Like, name one. Name a free agent that the Dallas Mavericks have landed that has been useful. Remember the Dwight Howard days? Oh yeah, we're getting Dwight Howard. How about DeAndre Jordan? Remember that whole thing? They don't land free agents. So I don't know. Yeah, I think if they get a 2-year extension, I like that. If it's 4 years though, I don't like that at all. I think 4 years is too much. You just meant in general, yeah. But if it's a 2-year extension, whatever, you roll the dice for a couple of years. I think like what I do like about this, is, as long as they don't sign him for 4 years, is you basically have a risk-free Kyrie run this second half of the season, right? If they go off, If they go off and have a great run, they have a great playoff run, that's awesome. That good for them. That's great. It was like you weren't going to have a playoff run with Dinwiddie and DFS. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, you weren't going to. If they, but if he leaves, it's like, okay. I mean, the contract's off the books. Now you have a ton of cap space. You can actually like overpay somebody to come and land a free agent if they can land a free agent. But it seems like way more low risk. The risk that you would put out there is it's Kyrie, and Kyrie has firebombed every organization he's been to. And you like run the risk of Luka you know, just being like, F this, I'm out. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think like, you look at the standings, you look at the Steph Curry injury. I mean, there's nobody which we'll talk about next. There's nobody in the West that is like dominant right now. Denver is like in first by a considerable amount of games. I think they have like a 5-game lead now on second place. But I don't think anybody is looking at the West and looking at Denver being like, shit, we can't get through that juggernaut. And so I don't know. I mean, maybe it's worth the gamble there, saying like, hey, I think we could beat anybody in the West, because everybody was still picking the Warriors, even though they've been a 500 team all season long. They're like, oh, just wait. And I mean, they were 500 with Steph, and now the Steph injury, which again, let me cover that in a second. Let's look at the Nets side of things for a second. So the Nets, right? They got Dorian Finney-Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't know. What do we think happens with KD, right? It was so funny to see those tweets after the Suns being like, yeah, we would actually, we'd love Kevin Durant. Yeah, no shit. Me too. But I'm curious if KD is a hooper. He's a baller. And I imagine that, like, he's not going to sit out. I don't see him like demanding a trade in the next couple of days, but I'm curious if the Nets start fishing around to see if they can extract some value, or do they just like, hey, let's run it with KD, let's run it with Dinwiddie and all the wings that can't really shoot. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm fascinated to see what the Nets do. I mean, it is kind of nuts, man. The Nets, right? What did they win? Like 15 in a row. They were still like staying above water without KD. KD's going to be back like in the next week or two. It just is kind of nuts. And then I mean, like if you're Cleveland, you're like, well, first round home court. Don't mind if I do. But I don't know what they're going to do. Weisberg says, saw Haynes on Lakers Nation watch playback, and he said he expects the Mavs and Nets to continue to make even more moves over the next few days. I forgot the Mavs one. More. Who's going to hog the ball? Maybe the rock, paper, scissors between Luka and Kyrie. You know what, though? I've seen a lot of takes like this. I mean, Kyrie has played next to LeBron. He's played next to Kevin Durant. I feel like Kyrie's fine with this. Like, I'm not really nervous about that situation. I mean, they basically upgraded Brunson, right? That's what they did. They upgraded Brunson with Kyrie. But thinking about Brooklyn, I do wonder, I put out there, I wonder if like one of DFS or Royce O'Neal or Ben Simmons get dealt. Because I don't know how you play all those guys together. I mean, I guess Dorian Finney-Smith is probably the best one of those three right now, which is crazy to say considering how much money Simmons makes. But yeah, I mean, I'm fascinated. We'll look at the West standings in a little bit, but let's pivot over to the Steph Curry injury. So Steph banged knees. I was actually looking at it a little bit more. Apparently, so I think it was 2 games ago, Steph got an and one 3, like a 4-point play where he like legit offensive foul. He kicked his legs out. That seems to be where he like first dinged his knee up, and then playing defense, he got smashed in this most recent game. And he missed the rest of the game. What was this, on Saturday? And then yesterday morning, a report came out and they were like, yeah, he's going to miss, what was it, like 3 to 4 weeks. But no structural damage. Everything's good. He'll be back after the All-Star break, or like soon after the All-Star break. And then like an hour later, a report comes out that it's a partially torn ligament, and it's like TBD. We don't know. So the Warriors, again, they've been playing 500 ball with Steph. Now they don't have Steph. I wonder what they do at the trade deadline, right? Because I could see them doing a couple of things. Jeff says, why so early? Jeff, we've been doing this same show for 2 years now. Jürgenberg says it's Luka, not LeBron, not KD. It's Luka. please. That dude is head case. Luke is a head case? I'm confused. I'm confused what you mean. I'm confused what you mean. I would argue all of those dudes are head cases. Do you see LeBron tweeting this weekend? LeBron was losing his mind. I tweet. Wild, huh? My mic just shut off. That was great. Yeah, anyways, I'm curious what the Warriors do here because yeah, I know everyone's a second behind. I love this. I'm curious what the Warriors do though, because the Warriors they have two different things, right? They could like trade because they have enough pieces to make a move. Everyone was like, the Warriors need to make a move at the deadline. They could like move off of their young dudes, right? They could move off of Wiseman. They could move off of Moody. I hope they don't move off Kuminga, but they could move off Kuminga and try to get a piece to like stay above float and then really take off with when Curry comes back, if he comes back. Or they go the other way and they're like, listen, we're not going to be able to pay Draymond anyways. Let's go. Let's ship Draymond off. Let's get some assets back. Let's regroup next year with Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Kuminga, Looney, and then like whatever pick we get. Because again, like let me pull up the standings right now. Also, if you haven't liked the stream, do that. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, put hashtag HBD into the chat because it's our damn birthday. And we'll give away something here at the end. Hold on, I need a coffee sip as I pull up the standings. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into the standings here as we go over to we're gonna look at the West because I don't care about the East right now. So the Warriors right now, one game over 500, 27-26. They're in the 8th seed, but here's the thing. If they lose, say they lose 5 in a row, they drop 5 games. I mean, all of these teams could go catch them. Right? They have the same record as the 9 seed, the Pelicans, who again, the Pelicans have been hot ass, even though they beat the Lakers this weekend. They're a half game ahead of the Jazz, 1 game ahead of the Blazers, game and a half against the Thunder, and 2.5 against. So let's look at the Warriors like upcoming schedule here. Let's look at their upcoming schedule. What we got? 4th in the Pacific Division right now. All right, upcoming schedule. They got Oklahoma City Thunder, which normally you look at the schedule and you're like, dub. So, I mean, what they have going for them is they're home. They're home for that game. Then they get the Blazers, who have kind of been a little feisty last couple of games. Davis been playing out of his damn mind. Then they got ABC, the Lakers. That's at home. The Wizards, who the hottest team in basketball right now. And then Clippers, Lakers, Rockets. So, I mean, listen, they should. This gets them to February. The All-Star break as well. All right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games before the All-Star break. Normally, if they were healthy, right, that should be like, I don't know, 4-1. If they are, they have to steal. Maybe they got to steal 2 of these games. I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated with how they're going to handle this deadline. I really am. And we should know, right? So the deadline is Thursday. Thinking about doing like a special trade deadline show where we kind of talk, we could keep up the NBA Top Shot and So Rare market as we see some of the moves come in. Because I think the next big shoot, like there's 2 things that I'm like focused on right now. I'm curious how the OG conversations heat up. And I'm curious about how the Warriors handle the deadline. One of the things that came up over the weekend or on Friday was this like bidding war that was happening between the Grizzlies and the Pelicans trying to get OG Anunoby. And apparently the Grizzlies took the war part too seriously. I don't know if you guys saw the story that came out over the weekend, which has kind of been handled, it sounds like. But after the Pacers Grizzlies game, and again, check out The Athletic. This is where I read the story. But supposedly after the game, Ja and his associates, John, his party people, got into it a little bit with Pacers personnel. Now, not even Pacers players. They didn't even really say Pacers coaches, personnel, which makes it sound like training staff, vendors. Like, who are we talking about? Tommy Smith says, "Do you wake up with a chubby?" Asking for a friend. Yeah. Let's say 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 days. Anyways. Thanks, Tommy, for tuning in today. My favorite thing about that chat is Tommy had to subscribe in order to do that, right? You can't do that without subscribing. But anyways, Grizzlies got into it with the Pacers, Ja specifically. Ja, supposedly what happened, an SUV slowed down, Ja was in the car, and then pointed a laser at, it was like a Pacers security guard and a couple other personnel. Like, what here? What are we doing here? I had just recorded something. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, like a month or 2 months ago, we did the NBA Bad Vibes rankings, and I just recorded like an updated version of the Bad Vibes. And I had put the Grizzlies on there because the Grizzlies have been getting their teeth kicked in by the West after Ja went out there and talked to shit. Then Dylan Brooks just hitting people in the Nuggets. And now I got to do an updated version because Ja's out there wilding. Now, what's his name? Taylor Jenkins, the coach, talked about it in the pregame yesterday. Ja sat out with a wrist injury, which thank you for tanking my so rare lineup, Ja. And supposedly the NBA investigated it. It's fine. Ja's brother, however, got banned for home games for the rest of the season. And people were like being like, wow, what an overreaction. I don't even know if he got banned for the SUV thing. If you go back and look at the clip, Ja's brother came on the court. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're yelling at Shannon Sharp. We're having people, spectators, you're not on the team, coming onto the court. Like, you guys haven't won anything yet. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Grizzlies, and shout out Steve Genty, because I feel it from 89 Cavs. He was like the first one to come out and be like, bro, I hate the Grizzlies. And I was like, what do you mean you hate the Grizzlies? They're so much fun. They got good vibes. Everybody likes them. They seem to like love each other. Larry Barry just coming into the chat saying Top Shot is dead, man. Good to see you, Larry. Thanks for tuning in. I agree. But they had, everybody was like, oh, they're so fun. They're going to be the team for the next few years. Like, get ready. And I'm telling you, the general public is ready to turn on a dime. They're ready to turn on a dime, especially if they don't make a run in the playoffs. If they don't get to the Western Conference Finals, people are going to dunk on them. I think it was Raheem Palmer of The Ringer tweeted something out being like, I've been saying this for a while. Ja Morant is Allen Iverson. And I don't even think he meant by style of play, but he was talking about like how the public perception of him. And it's gonna be fascinating to watch. They got to regroup though. I think like out of any team in the West, the Grizzlies got to make a move. They got too many dudes. They got to go out there and make a move. They got to upgrade. They need to get some veteran leadership in there and get another wing defender. But man, the vibes are weird. And part of it is because they're losing, right? Let's go back to the standings. I think if they were winning, like, we love people who talk their shit and get W's, but if you talk your shit and just collect L's, Grizzlies are now, they're 2-8 in their last 10, losers of 3 in a row, 4.5 behind the Nuggets. I thought it was 5 games. I forgot the Nuggets lost last night to the Timberwolves, which let's talk about the Timberwolves too here in a second, because they've been like hanging around here. All right, let's look at their upcoming schedule here for Grizz Gang. Taking Grizz Gang a little too literally too. All right, so they got the Bulls, Minnesota, Celtics, Utah, Philly. Oh, no. Utah's their last game before the break. Let's look at their, so here we go. They had won a bunch in a row, right? Then they lose to they lose to the Lakers, to Phoenix, Sacramento, Golden State, Minnesota. They had, and then Portland, Cleveland, Toronto. Now, the Toronto game, they were without Ja last night, but still, they were at home. They haven't beaten a Western team since January 16th. We're almost a month from a West. Dude, Larry, we're literally not talking about Top Shot right now. Also, Larry, I don't trust anybody's names that rhyme. Do you know what I'm saying? Larry Bear. There's two, and this is a double whammy here, right? Because you get some Dr. Seuss energy in the chat with Larry Barry. I also don't trust people that have 2 first names. No, thank you. Get a real last name, Larry Barry, okay? I don't trust that. I don't trust you at all. But I do trust that you subscribe to the channel in order to get that chat in. So we love that. We do love that, Larry Barry. No, thank you. No, thank you. Double whammy, dude. Double whammy. The only thing you're missing is putting emojis in the chat, and that would have been like the triple threat. You would have won the triple crown or trolled them. Wow, Larry Barry. Let me get some more coffee in, though. Jordan says I'm creating a Rick Dick. Yeah, Rick Dick, at least that would have been fun. You saw me on TV, Larry. What'd you see me on, Larry? I know, you know what? This is WW Fresh. He's like, man, I got blocked. Let me come up with Larry Barry. Well, we can rule out Paul George as a guest. Yeah. If anything, Milo, this proves my point. This proves my point. Playoff P. No, thank you. No, thank you. Nick Dick plays for the Hornets. That's true too. That's true too. Anyways, I don't know. What was I talking about? Oh, was there? I saw you on the fitness channel working your ass, dude. Larry, what the fuck were we doing, Larry? Yeah, baby, you want some of that? You want some of that, huh? Huh? Happy birthday to these abs, Larry. I'll ask PJ Washington to come on. Regulator, do you have access to PJ, dude? Get PJ on there. Yeah, Jared Allen is fine. Yeah, that's true. Sorry, dude. Two names. Can't have it. Not in this house. In this house, we have one first name. Bull. Damn it. That's true. Mike is about to lose dunk on this, guys. That's good. You have a really fit core show of the people. Man, what are we doing, dude? What are we doing? Yeah, Bandy's wild. He's like, what's going on here? I like that we hit a hundo, though. Top Shot is actually back. That's what I would say. Hey, let me remind y'all, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag HBD for trade ticket. I know Larry Barry's deep in the Top Shot streets. Also, since there's so many more people here, just a reminder, tonight at 8 p.m., baby, we're back with the happy birthday celebration where we're giving away all of this shit. Look at this. This is what we're giving away, all this stuff. Also, somebody just sent me something new, I believe. Let me double check here. Something else came in. I think we had, a Mo Bamba. Who sent that Mo Bamba? Ooh, a Luka Doncic too. Stringer Ball sent over a Luka. Hold on. What are we looking at here? What is going on here? All right. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, here we go. Let's put this over here. All right, so Stringer Ball. Who's Stringer? Is Stringer Ball in the chat? So we get this Luka Doncic All-Star moment from Stringer Ball. Let's add it. All right, we're gonna have to insert some rows above. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. I understand, guys, but more Top Shot prizes coming in than So Rare prizes. So there you go. There you can feel good about that. All-Star game moment. Here we go. That's from Stringer Ball. Thank you, Stringer Ball. Also, let me know who you are in the chat. The other one, what was the other one? We had Mo Bamba come in, and who was Mo Bamba TSD? I saw that coming in the chat. Who is that from? To the house. Hell yeah, to the house. Thank you. All right, let's add the Mo Bamba TSD from our man to the house. Hell yeah. Thank you for sending that over here. All right, let me see. Let me catch up on the chat. I wasn't paying attention. Show your ads, bro. What's going on? What is going on? I have a friend called Zakarian Jones for what it's worth. Do you really? You have a friend with the first name Zakarian? That would be amazing. Get that person on the show. Some HPV Milo. What are we doing, Milo? Thank you to the house. LeBron James, two first names too, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Austin Rivers sent that to the Mo Bamba. That's great. All right, what else we got? That was you? You or him? You or Stringer Ball? All right, what happened? Quentin, did what happen? Sent you something precious? Oh, do we got? All right, I'll double check here. Oh yeah, we do need some Luka magic. Let me get the Luka drop. We haven't done a drop in a while. Let's get a Luka.
Luka magic.
I know. I'm seeing. Yeah, Kyrie did get traded. Quentin, he got traded to the Mavericks. He did. KD to the Suns. Is that what you're hoping for right now? You hoping for KD to the Suns? Anders says 8 p.m. I know, dude. I know. It's brutal. It is brutal. I'm so sorry. But I gotta do it. I gotta do a night stream for this, okay? Because I gotta get litty. All right. I'm gonna be putting them back tonight. All right. Oh, wait. So we got a David Roddy assist from Remember Me? David Roddy, TSD. Let's go. Rookie 4 Magic kid. Who did I say sent that? It was Remember Me. Remember Me. Did I just do Broadway there? Luka really a magician. He did. He made him disappear. He did. All right, Tommy, what's going on, bro? This is too early for this. Early in the day for this type of questions. Early in the day, Tommy. Raise your hand if you're a virgin. Tommy's like, both hands, baby, both hands. All right, what else? What happened to the Frankie Smokes on Friday? What Frankie Smokes? What are you talking about? I didn't give away Frankie Smokes. What do you mean? What do you mean, Snoopaloop? Or Saturday? What's going on, Snoopaloop? Did he play? Is that what you're saying? I didn't pay attention to any of the Frankie Smoke stuff. So anyway, so that's tonight at 8 o'clock. We'll have a lot of fun with that. We're also back for if you're in the So Rare streets at 5:30 with a little live before lock. What else you guys want to get into? Let's talk a little bit about let's see. Do you and your wife, what are we doing, Tommy? What are we doing, Tommy? Between Tommy and Larry Barry, what's going on? West Coast gets all the best tip-off time for sports. Glad East Coast gets something. Goats to carry. Thank you, Mac. Yeah, he wants only stands. I know. Thank you, Hickey. How did your So Rare do? Levi was bad. So my Premier League, I won a Premier League limited tier 3. I finished top 100 in the semi-pro, which is pretty sick. My NBA lineups, every single one of my squads had somebody sit. My limited contender looked like it was going to win a tier 1, and then John Morant didn't play. So it was pretty bad. I did really bad in the NBA street. So excited to light some more money on fire. Yeah, it did really bad. I wanted to talk. I'll smack the. What is going? Well, okay, now we're just doing bits. Thank you for subscribing, though. One of the things how's your NBA All World? We're not talking about NBA All World. For those that saw the Giannis Antetokounmpo, I'm so bad at that. He's the unique card sold for $187,000 on $187,000. That's what it sold for yesterday on So Rare. And it was tough. It was tough seeing on Twitter after that, because I did a live stream with our friends over at So Rare Data while that was happening yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. But a lot of people lost their mind about it. And my understanding of how this went down to, and like why someone spent that much money is right. To just a little context, and then we'll move past it pretty quickly. But in the unique cards, right, there's only one of them. So there's only one Giannis unique. That's it. And currently, right, the Luka's not out yet. The Jokic is not out yet. A bunch of them aren't out. Also, let me just say, you should not spend $187,000 on this. Like, I'm not trying to justify that. But anyways, right, you got all that information that when they do these contests, there's only one Giannis. And like the other guys that I just mentioned, they're not available yet. So by having Giannis, you immediately have like a huge advantage over everybody. So you're going to constantly be winning the rewards in the meantime. One of the things that I think was cool about So Rare Data, by the way, is that why can't I decide if I'm going to say data or data? One of the cool things is you can look at a card and see how much you've won with that card, which I thought was pretty cool. They can't do it on the NBA side of things yet, but on the soccer side of things, you can do it. Anyways, that purchase happens, right? And then you see like the normal stuff happens. Darren Ravel just finished rubbing one out with Larry Barry and is like, well, this is a double stick. This comes with no utility. This, like, right? So Darren Ravel doing his Darren Ravel things. But one of the things that I find really fascinating is Top Shot's boys, the Top Shot sad boys of the world, the Top Shot stands of the world. They come out there and they just went like wild on Twitter. And it started with like, we were here first. And then I actually wrote something, which, by the way, if you haven't signed up for the Substack yet, the Substack is free. If you could go sign up for that, that would make my heart warm. So I'm going to drop a link in the chat to that right now. But I wrote something, and I just think like it's a weird phenomenon where we're like we like refuse to have nice things, right? And I think, Jason Smith, the first time here. Let's go, Jason. Thanks for being here, man. And here, I'll put this up here while people are tuning in. Like the stream, subscribe, hashtag HBD. But I think there's this weird thing where, and listen, I'm a real dumb man, so keep that in mind. But there's this whole idea of just wanting to be right. And I think about that a lot as, I had a career in education, right? Lived from Massachusetts, lived in Boston, was having a great time, took a couple of comedy classes, started performing, and was like, dude, I'm moving to New York because I'm going to make it big time, which is an insane thing. That's an insane take to have. I wouldn't recommend it for most people, right? But there's this constant thing that's been driving me for forever, or especially like the last 7 years, of like this fear of it being wrong, right? That there's this like embarrassment that I moved here and didn't do it. And I think that's partially kept me here. It's like what's continued to drive me to do stuff, but it's like, I want to be right. I want to go home. And when people are like, wow, you moved to New York 8 years ago and it made sense. And I think that's a natural reaction to have in lots of different areas of life, right? This fear of being wrong. Because then you look dumb. It hurts you. Not only does it hurt your bags or your wallet, but it hurts your pride a little bit, right? And I think we could take some of that, and you see it on Twitter all the time, just in life. You see it in like in anything. It doesn't. I'm not just talking NFTs or sports or whatever. People just want to be right. And I think like one of the fun things about doing content in here, like for basketball specifically, is you can plant flags, and if they're right, it's fun. You get that. That's like why sports is fun. And if it's wrong, whatever, we can laugh about it. But one thing that I've noticed with like Top Shot and So Rare, I think people are so focused on being right. They don't want to have backed the wrong horse. They don't want to walk away from this experience being like, wow, I should have picked the other one. So instead of just like enjoying the thing that they got, they're putting the energy on like making the other one look bad, right? And that's that's what like FUD is, right? That is what FUD is. You're like throwing dirt on it has nothing to do with that project being bad. They went out there and $187,000 was sold on an NFT, which is insane, which then immediately has this conversation about like, what are sports NFTs? Why this one? What's good about this, right? Which is good for the entire platform, right? That's good for everybody. That's not just good for So Rare. That's also good for Top Shot. It's good for all of them. But because the majority of our bags, the way we got started was with Top Shot. That's the flag we planted. The future of fandom, utility, team captains, right? That's where we flag planted. And instead of just being like, yeah, we like this one, we turned around and we were like, that's stupid, dude. You don't have moments. Those are stationary cards, right? I don't know. That's just kind of that's like how I was seeing stuff. That's how I was seeing it play out. And maybe I'm wrong. Like, and maybe one does win out. But dude, there's so many people in Top Shot in So Rare, and there's so many people in So Rare that are in Top Shot, right? There is like a combination of the two. And I think, like I put in the piece, right? Like, there's Dunkin' Donuts and there's Starbucks. There's DraftKings and there's FanDuel. There can be more than one. I don't know. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Jason Smithy, dude. Same. God, go the fuck away. I'm actually not going to block you because I'm just going to like enjoy having you. And then, yeah, I totally agree. That's not just in So Rare. This is life. Like, but we're seeing it in this space right now. It's easier to talk about it in this space than the other space. But I think a lot of it just comes from not wanting to be wrong. And then Top Shot sad boys, like truly being a sad boy and just trying to engagement farm. You know what I mean? That's all that was. He was like, let me just do it. Let me just like, and he was just posting stupid shit too. My favorite thing that he posted was a screenshot of today's game week. He did it yesterday. So the lineups don't lock until tomorrow. So till today, but this was yesterday. All right, Jason, you can just go fuck off, dude. I'm not interested because you bring nothing to the table, dude. No one's even talking about this. You bring nothing to the table. You're bad at trolling. You haven't said anything funny. You've got a bad direction every single time. The only thing that I like about you, Jason, is you don't have two first names, but this is boring, dude. This is a birthday celebration. Jason Smithy is Smithy, whatever. It's just boring, and I don't like it. It's not fun. You haven't said anything funny. Make fun of my abs like the Larry Barry was doing. At least he had an attempt to do something, Jason. What are we doing in here? Go finish, like, use your Viagra. Don't make me take out, we don't need the prostate prosage again, okay? We don't need this, Jason. We don't need it, Jason, okay? I got enough in here, Jason. We don't need this. God. Anyways, my favorite thing about the Sad Boys post was hilarious, dude. So he screenshotted, this was yesterday, the contest, and put it out there, and he's like, dude, look, they've got almost the same number as Moment Ranks did. And I'm like, bro, the lineup's locked tomorrow. They already have that many people in there. Incredible. Anyways, that was fun. Good times. But that was my point of all of that stuff. I just think it has more to do with the fear of being wrong. I don't understand dunking on everybody. And like, yeah, so Marco, I think there's like plenty of room for constructive feedback, criticism, right? Like, I think if you're in Top Shot, you should be like, hey, man, dude, what are you, troll? What are you doing, man? What's going on this morning? You got people just woke up horny, huh? Horny for comments. But I think like you can provide feedback, being like, I am in Top Shot and I am frustrated with Top Shot. Or you can be like, I'm in So Rare and I'm frustrated with this about So Rare. But it just makes it just doesn't make sense to just go around and like murder both. You know what I mean? Or murder the other one. And like, if you're in Top Shot, you should be like, oh wow, Roham was in the VIPs last night. But and honestly, yeah, have we talked about the VIP chat with Roham? Maybe that's where this angst is coming from. No, I don't think. Well, first of all, the angst that happened after all of this stuff, right? I don't think it's the VIPs. I think the VIPs are just expressing frustration, the same frustration that everybody else feels like. That feels right. I mean, everybody's saying the same shit. Oh, Poker Pro Eric, god damn, dude. Fuck off. Anyways, that's kind of where Wally the Woodpecker. Jesus Christ, guys. This is the same dude right here who has not felt the touch of a human being in years, right? And you can't even blame the pandemic, Wally, right? Because this has been true for a while. It's been true for a while. Like, some people can be like, oh, we were stuck inside for a couple of years. But Wally, I mean, maybe you have been stuck inside for a long time. Dr. Who says, Mike, do you concur that So Rare's low count now is working in their favor? But what happens next season? Do you have any insight? What do you mean? What do you, for the limited, I mean, no, I think these prices like are pretty right. We saw everything pop early and then it came down and it's been pretty stable for the most part. What's going to happen, Doctor Who, at the end of this season? And are you in Top Shot and have come over, or are you from So Rare? Because I don't want to explain So Rare to you and then feel like an idiot. But basically, every time you play your cards or putting it into training, you get XP, right? So that gives it a little bit of a boost on top of what the boost already happens. And sorry, I'm just going to keep blocking people. This is boring. And what'll happen, and when next season, when the new cards roll out, there will be another, like, that 5% boost will happen, right? On the new cards, but you'll lose it on the old cards. But because you've played it, that boost, like the XP will even itself out. So I think that will have to do it. Number of cards. So you're talking about, yeah, I mean, maybe that's part of it, right? That there's less of them. So that's why there's more excitement. But however, you got to think like if you go look at soccer, right? Soccer has all these different leagues and all these different contests, where NBA only has a handful of contests right now. So as NBA continues to grow, because again, they're like pretty new, they're going to continue to add more contests where you can use more of your cards. So yeah, maybe it comes down a little bit, but I think there will be more opportunities, or as the psychos would say, utility to use some of these cards. So, and it's confirmed that they control supply size and not dictated by NBA. Yeah. So what will happen is, like we saw with the MLB, we don't know if this will happen with the NBA, but with Major League Baseball, right? They stopped doing the auctions pretty much in the offseason. So like the supply is where it is, right? So they, like, say it's out of 5,000. I think they only get through like 3,000 of them, and then they stop minting them for the most part. So the old cards won't get retired. They just lose the boost. Correct. They just lose the boost. So, but by using the XP, it'll like cancel out the boost. That's why it's important to play your cards or put them in training lineups. So anyways, I hope that was helpful. Will So Rare have a stimulated game or something in the, simulated game? I like that you say stimulated, Josh. There you go. I'm sorry, Joshua. What were we talking about? It's not, no, it doesn't. I don't think they will. If you look at baseball, and it's so funny because that's what I thought. I was like, oh, the market's going to tank in the offseason. But what has happened is, because they stopped the auctions, there's no real there's not a lot of activity. And you would think that means the market goes down, but people aren't really trying to sell it. They weren't trying to sell stuff. So the prices actually stayed pretty similar because you could only buy them on secondary. There were no more being minted, which is kind of interesting. So, oh, there you go, D-Rose. There you go. Any rumors on what we're going to do, what So Rare is going to do for the All-Star game? No, nothing yet. Maybe Summer League. Speaking of Summer League, first weekend, July 6th to like the 10th, we're going to be in Vegas, and I invite all of you to come. All right. We're going to be staying at Park MGM again. We're going to be putting together another live show, which I'm very excited about. We're going to go to some games. We're going to get some drinky poos. So if you are ever thinking about making a trip to Vegas, it's very hot in July, but Summer League is so fun. If you've never been to Summer League, it's a really good time. It's basically like it feels like an AAU basketball tournament where you're in this like college gym and also what feels like a high school gym, and you're watching all of the rookies play. But what's really cool is it's like a hangout for the NBA. So all the stars come for the weekend. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So get excited for that. We had a really fun time last year. We partnered up with Top Shot for the live show. I don't believe we're going to do that this year. We're going to take a little bit more control on the live show, and shout out oversubscribe. That's going to help us make that happen. But I'm very, very excited. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff planned. We're not going to wait for anyone else to tell us what they got planned. We're going to do it. And hopefully we're going to have a lot of fun guests. I'm very excited about that. So definitely check that out. If you've thought about going, you should do it. Mike says with MLB, because they only released halfway through the season, so rare, we're only ever going to release half of the mints. So 25. There you go. There you go. Will Wemby be at Summer League? I imagine so. Yeah. I imagine he's going to be at Summer League. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for Summer League. All right, let's go. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag HBD into the chat. Let's double check too. God, I really want to hit 8K tonight. I think that'd be really fun to hit 8,000 subs. We're at 7,944 tonight. All right, let me go see. Let's see what we got over here. Let's go to Woo! Let's see what gifts came in, what rolled in, and then we'll update. Bum, bum, boom. Whoa. All right, let's see what we got here. We got boss. All right, I'm going to write these down first. So we had, let's actually do this. We're going to have we're just going to be giving away stuff the whole night. All right, so we had Aaron Borland. Aaron Borland gave us something. We had Boston Base sent something. Who else? We got Boston Base, Aaron Boyle. Oh, Doctor Who. Shout out Doctor Who. All three of you guys. You're the best. Thank you for doing that. All right. Oopsies. Doctor Who. Borland, I think you said you sent a Mark Williams TSD. Hell yeah. We love them badges, baby. Boston Base sent to Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson, 60K. Okay. Here we go. Keldon Johnson, 60K. That might be part of the trade ticket action that we get tonight. And then what was the last one from our man? Zion Williamson, 40K. Let's go. We got a Zion in there. Zion, 40K. Hell yeah. Thank you, guys. That's really kind of you to donate that stuff. Wow. You sent something to the other account too? Oh, hell yeah. Let me go check. Let's see. I'm not going to share screen. Actually, I will share screen. I'll show you what we have on the other account, which is fun. This is the Team Hold account that is like just for giveaways. Let's see. Let me show you what we got. So this is what NBA Top Shot sent over. So we'll be giving away these tonight. We got premium packs from Series 3 and throwdowns. Let's go over to my collection. We got the Series 1. No, get out of here. We got a Precious Achua, 60K. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Show me Bandy's account. Yeah, we got like 40 accounts. Are we doing So Rare or Top Shot giveaways? Vincent, that's the beauty of this thing, right? When we go take a look at the giveaways tonight, we've got both. So we got all of these Top Shot giveaways. So Rare, this is what I've included in the So Rare. Paul George Limited, Lewis Dunk Limited, LeBron Limited, Clint Capella Rare, Josh Christopher Rare, Reggie Bullock Limited. If other people send over more, I'll add them, but that's what I got. That's what I got for tonight. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyways, guys, I think we're going to wrap here. I got to go get Bandy a haircut soon. I got to do all that stuff. But just a reminder, we got 5:30 live before lock is going to be back. And then tonight at 8 o'clock, please come through. Also, if you haven't shared the tweet thread that we got going on, go. I just wanted to send it was like a thank you to the people. You know what I mean? A thank you to the people. So if you haven't shared that, I'm going to share the link I'm going to share the tweet into the chat. Go ahead and share that. I really would like to have a bunch of people. Jump Shoot says, do you have to spend ETH to send So Rare cards gas? No. So what you do, it's basically a trade. So you would go find my account, which my username, I believe, is Mike Zakarian on So Rare. You would submit a trade and then you would send it, but not ask for anything back. And it doesn't cost you anything. No gas or anything. Holy shit, these So Rare limiteds are crazy. Don't have a limited. We'll buy soon. Well, Vincent, come through tonight, man. Come through tonight. But hey, listen, I know I said this at the beginning, but there's more people here now. I really appreciate everyone coming through for the last 2 years. It's been a lot of fun. It's kind of wild that we've been doing this for 2 years since we started, me and G Dunn for the first one where we were streaming, what was it? We were streaming Legendary, a holo drop, I think, and G Dunn got to skip the line because he didn't clear his cookies from the night before, and that's the type of queue we were working with in NBA Top Shot back in the day. from our first stream of doing that to then Dustin joining the crew to all of the chaos that we got into. It's been a lot of fun, and I really do appreciate everyone just continuing to be here. And I know some people are new. You came over from So Rare, but if you were along for the journey doing like from NBA Top Shot to Crypto Dads to Wax to Candy Digital to NFL All Day, and now So Rare, we've had a lot of fun with this, and excited to see where it continues to go. Josh says might miss the stream tonight, but sending a rookie. Oh, dude, Joshua, you're the man. You are the man. Shout out Joshua, by the way. Good dude. He's been here from the beginning too. Joshua and Gon. Also, I met Joshua at the NFT All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the early days. Thank you, Top Shot Tesla. You're the GOAT. To the Jolly Jokers, absolutely. Wait, how do you three guys know each other? Wait, is that for real? You really asking? Greg and I knew each other. Greg and I have known each other for like, man, I don't know, probably 20 years now, from like a high school leadership camp that we both attended and then worked at for a while, which is actually how I met Kelsey too. But yeah, so we've been really good friends for a long time. Actually, when I moved to New York, part of the reason I moved here was Greg was here, and then he immediately took a job at Disney and moved to LA. But I met Dustin through Greg, because Dustin and Greg worked together. So that's how the three of us got together. You know what I'm saying? Max said, "Are you getting Liberty tickets soon?" Yeah, we Kelsey like immediately already like inquired about getting them, so that is on the table. Confirmed groomer. There we go, Dustin. What time will it start to Netherlands? So it might be too late. Yeah, I know. I'm like burning the international folk. I apologize. But yeah, we'll be starting it at 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's probably like 2 a.m. So I apologize. Matt says, so you met your lover and your wife at that leadership camp? Yeah. Yeah, sure did. Sure did. Can we get a leadership camp sponsor? Yeah, we do need a leadership camp sponsor. You're right. That should be coming up. We need that. All right, let's spin this giveaway. And then just a reminder, everybody tune in tonight, 8 o'clock. We'll also be back for Live Before Lock. If you're a So Rare freak, we'll be back at 5:30 for that. If you win, shoot me a DM on Twitter or in the Discord. Let's get after it. Who's going to get that W? Hopefully anybody but Poker Pro Eric. Here we go. New Swami. Let's go. New Swami, one of the OGs. Been here for evs. Hell yeah. Levi says, will Team Hold So Rare tournament ever be for rewards? Yes, they will. We're working on it. We're working on it fast. If it's a proper party, we'll still be going when U.S. Europeans wake up. Hey. All right, everybody. I hope you guys have a great day. Again, thanks for being here. Find all the links in the show notes, and I'll see you all later. We out.